Welcome back to Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast. I'm your host, Cassius Clee. We are back in the studios of Industry City, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Onyx, I need to ask you a question.
What's up?
Do you have any problem with the league? I want to lead with that.
Yeah, I do have a problem with the league. I blame the league because at the end of the day, there's still like player empowerment is at an all-time high for sure. But the reason why I don't blame the players is because ultimately, I blame GMs. I blame GMs for trying to find the next best thing because you see one thing work.
All right.
People don't find their own talent. They don't scout. They don't scout at a high level, I'll say. They don't want to take they don't want to take accountability for getting something wrong. Because when you look at Steph Curry, oh yeah, that doesn't translate. And when it does, now you're looking for the next trip. Now you're looking for it.
I'm going to come back to you for a more elaborate. Brother O, what's up, man?
What's going on, kid?
Blame the league or the players for the state of the NBA?
I give the players maybe about 10 to 15%.
All right.
But the rest, definitely on the league.
It's on the league.
With how they call these fouls and lack of defense. And you can't even touch anybody in this league now, son. And then the calls that they let go and miss are mad egregious.
Facts.
So, like, it's coming down like a clutch time. They missing so many damn foul calls. All of a sudden, you could get away with bumping somebody off the mark. Or,
Yeah, like Dante DiVincenzo, right? When he just died. Yeah, crazy.
That one was crazy. That was Detroit.
It was. It was bad.
And what they said at the end of the game? We missed it.
Yeah,
obviously,
we
man.
blew it on that one.
You thought that was a foul?
It is a foul.
Listen,
I'm a Knicks fan. I wanted him to win that game, but he dove. He literally dove at his legs.
Yeah, you can't do that, bro.
Dove for the ball,
No.
Yeah, you dove for the ball, but hit his legs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like I go for a black shot and slap you in the face.
You're doing that to Detroit. They're already having a rough season. Give them the
I don't know. Your man Monty Williams is not having it, bro.
Give them a call.
Yeah, but he didn't. I don't think he went far enough.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't think he went far enough.
I'm happy they didn't find him.
Yeah.
I'm happy they didn't find him.
Rudeness.
So is that necessary, the league or the refs?
The
refs
are
are
the
the
league.
league.
It's the league.
Yeah, I guess I'll blame the league as well because
even if you talk about the refs, they find you.
there needs to be consequences for bad calling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think
They have them.
Now, you shouldn't get paid. You fuck around and ref a wrong game. And you
I
should
might
be
agree with
suspended for the
you
next
never had a
game.
union job there, my brother.
Look, either you get half your pay, all right, maybe you should get paid. Or you should get half your
If
pay.
I show up, I'm getting paid. I don't care what job I do.
I was a union delegate at one job, as a matter of fact. But you should either get half your pay and probably don't get to ref or officiate another game or the next couple of games if you do bad officiating.
For missing
bad calls.
You get rated, so you don't do playoff games.
They are kind of penalized, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's just
not
playoff
enough,
games.
though.
I'm talking about season games. Like that's the playoff games. That's in the future. You fuck around, you might not even get an opportunity.
They suspended the rest before, though.
I feel like there should be
for how many games?
Maybe like 2-3 games, maybe.
That's not enough. How much they get paid?
I gotta call.
Because if you make a bad call, you should be definitely penalized, big time, so that you could be.
Is it making a bad call or missing a call?
Making a bad call.
I think
missing a call, your eyes can't be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you can most likely miss a call here and there, but when you just straight up just blatantly not making a call that's obvious, you gotta go, man. You can't be
What
referring.
calls can you make?
Like
how could you mess up a call, B?
Well, you saw it like we were just talking about with the Knicks game. They didn't call that when DiVincenzo dove at the ball but took out the legs. But then you go back a couple of games before that where the Knicks were playing
Houston.
Yeah.
And Brunson, I mean,
he didn't even touch him.
He didn't even touch him.
Yeah.
But they called a foul.
Yeah.
With 0 time left on the clock.
And they denied your protest.
Yeah, they denied the protest.
And sometimes it's the same fucking officials, yo. Sometimes it's the same officials. Can't make it. making the same calls.
Yeah, they
It's
won't,
fucked up.
but they won't do playoff games when that happens.
I honestly feel.
I didn't get Chris. Hold on.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
who
go
you
ahead.
blaming, Chris? The league or the players?
100% blame the league.
100?
100%.
100.
I don't put it on the players. It's 100% on the league because if you follow the timeline, the league they've been implementing rules, changing the calls for the fouls along the way to try to facilitate a higher scoring game. This is what the league wanted. The league wants high scoring games. They want fast paced games. So if you go back to when they first put the rule in where you can only put one hand on a player.
That's the Derek Harper rule.
Exactly.
He's the master. That
Then
hand checking.
they changed. Now they put in all these flagrant ones, flagrant twos. They're basically trying to keep the players away from touching each other. They're putting the game in the hands of the referees. And so by doing that, it's a higher scoring game because nobody wants to foul out the game. So
Nobody's fouling.
Nobody's ever fouled out.
Nobody's fouling out
Nobody's getting
anymore.
no more than 3 fucking fouls.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I haven't seen anybody in
Caps are
foul
getting
trouble.
ejected before they fouled out. There's more players
Oh.
ejected from the game than players are being fouled out.
Also,
I don't
too,
know.
They-
Listen,
you know how
I'd
they
have to
can
check
fix
that
that?
stat for 100%.
They should
but
drop the shot clock down to 20. Move. They'll make them move a little faster.
No.
Force you to play some defense.
Yeah, you can still make the foul calls and lessen the shot clock.
They're already playing at a fast
I
pace,
think-
bro.
I know what you. It's not that they're playing at a fast pace. They're playing at a free pace because there's no obstruction of you getting to the basket. Yo, SGA yesterday, that game against Phoenix, he was unstoppable to the basket. And I'm thinking he's making moves. That's not really. I'm not taking away from his game,
no
but
one's
they
there.
just letting him go. And there's nobody. Nurkic is supposed to be like the defensive center. He's not even rotating over. They don't even know how to play defense anymore because they took it out. Nobody's playing defense, son, at all.
Because like you said, you'll get ejected from the game for an inadvertent hit to the head because you're swinging at the ball and your arm comes down and you hit somebody in the head. Now it's a flagrant 2. You're on your way out the game.
I think
Yo, the last defensive specialist was Draymond Green when they were winning all those rings.
Yep.
And there's no one doing what he
Smart.
does anymore. Back in the days, you had Anthony Mason, like we said,
Marcus
right?
Smart.
Yeah, Anthony
Yeah,
Mason.
mad defensive players.
Charles
Gary
Oakley.
Payton.
Like
Oh,
these
GP.
dudes, like people said they couldn't play in this league right now. Probably not, because they don't need them.
yeah.
But back then, you needed an Oakley, you needed a Mason,
Need
because
a
the league
Horace
allowed
Grant.
that.
Pippen played
The
defense too.
league allowed
Antonio
that, but the
Davis.
league, I think one of the biggest issues is I think the league paid attention to outside noise, bro.
They have to.
I think you have to a certain degree,
It's going too far
but
though.
you can't let other
Definitely.
people dictate your product that much because James Harden, for example, when he became like unstoppable, right?
Yes,
You couldn't
Right?
go near him.
He was
son.
looking for fouls,
Yo,
bro.
bro.
You know what I mean?
he was hurting the league, bro.
I think as much as he was hurting the league, it wasn't much success there for him, realistically, right? So when you go in and try to, it's one person. I think the league is not made for anomalies. That's why when you see a great player, they look that much more aside. You're not prepared for that. You know what I mean? There's only one James Harden. There's only one Steph Curry. There's only one of these people. I feel like the way that they listen to the media when they start critiquing those players, it's like, all right, how do we sustain this but still try to fix it? Because I do feel like the league is trying to fix the problem. I think that they just keep trying to fix things that aren't broken. Because James Harden can look for all those fouls. Oh, yeah, scoring title. We've seen James Harden lose in the second round every year, though. So to then try to change a rule, not even for the better, it goes for the worse now. Because now you're trying to fix a rule that only one player was really exploiting. Only one player is really playing like that.
We gonna call
Can't
that- call
change
his
a rule.
traveling then, man.
You can't change a rule for one player.
Single-handedly brought in the Euro step.
Like,
Yes. Yo, the
can't
flop
do it.
is like the
Yeah, what
thing
happened
now.
to finding people for
But-
flops?
Because it don't matter if the refs are missing the call anyway.
Right.
So then I think the other part is, if I can't criticize somebody for doing their job, and this is why I don't blame players as much. I understand that players be divas and all this player empowerment stuff. I don't blame them for finally taking back some type of power, because you don't dress a certain way, we're gonna find you. They've been punished for so fucking long that why wouldn't I not take advantage once the rules benefit me? You want me to let that go? No, hell no. I'm gonna sit here and get $15,000 taken away from me because I'm literally reading off the stat sheet that this team got way more fucking fat. I'm just stating a fact, and I'm getting taken $15,000. So don't fucking tell me where I can't go. Don't fucking tell me how I should play. Watch the product.
What was that
game? Watch the product. Do your job.
What was that game? LeBron was upset. What was the disparity in the fouls call?
Which one?
LeBron, when they played, I don't think he got fined. Was it?
Was it that game?
I know
he's about the one where he dropped down to his knees and was like,
I know he got fined for flapping this shit.
It's what he did.
He dropped down to his knees and did
it. In the game.
He was
last year.
That
was the problem. No. He got fouled.
That was he fought.
That was last year.
That was last year.
He was like,
he got
fouled against the Celtics.
But it's frustrating though, because especially at that point, because think about it. Niggas don't let me breathe in any fucking world, bro. Make the fucking call. This is what you get paid for. But not only do you get paid to do it, when I now criticize you,
yeah, you give me a text.
I'm now having to pay up. What consequences does? And we can talk about, not playoff games. It don't fucking matter. There's 82 games in the season. He's gonna get paid. Yeah. Fuck a playoff game. If I was a ref, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna miss these calls, bro. And when these niggas say something, they gotta pay up. I honestly feel like if you're gonna change certain rules, I feel like it should affect the franchise more than it should an individual. You have to go to the top. You gotta go to the top of the food chain. If you make GMs, vice presidents, and stuff like that, you hold them to the fire to do their job. You got to do it. Because if I can sit here and, for example, what's on me from 76ers?
Who
Sam Presti?
That what you call it? Trust the process guy.
That's not Sam Presti, is it?
I forget his name, son.
He's not there anymore, is he?
He's not. He's not.
From Philly?
Yeah. He should have never been allowed to do that. You get what I'm trying to say? You don't step in to fix that.
Well, they were so-called investigating them, but then nothing ever came of that shit.
Number one pick. Because they found a chink in the arm. That's what you got to fix.
Right.
You trying to fix the player. You trying to fix the way the game. There was never, in my opinion, there was never nothing wrong with the product that we was watching, to be honest.
It wasn't.
No.
But when you change what the players can do by the rules that you're implementing that we never asked for, you can't then be like, damn, I don't know what happened. You guys try to fix something that wasn't broken.
And you know what they did too?
I blame the league.
They eliminated a lot of type players.
Exactly.
With the way they did this.
Exactly.
So there's no centers anymore.
Mason.
There's no power forwards anymore. There's no defensive. Like, people used to get drafted just because they played good defense.
Exactly.
So you're eliminating all types of players now.
You funnel them out the game, bro.
Yeah.
So when you say,
Antonio
you got,
Davis?
you're a
That's
5.
what I'm saying, man.
Bro, you're a 5. Andre Drummond. What you call it? This is not even my.
And he's an undersized big man.
Said it. Bro, if you look at some of the games that he averaged with some of these rebounds, it's crazy. Double-digit rebounds, and it's like 20s.
And they don't say a word.
They're not talking about it, though. And you know why? Because he's not even the starting center on that team.
No. How you average 17 off the bench, son?
You know
17
why?
rebounds.
Because you can't score like that. So then you talk about, there's no defense. The defensive player don't get to play.
Right.
They don't get to play. So you can't get defense into the game because nobody want
Ben Wallace?
Bro, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it.
No, listen, a good portion of those players from back in the days would not make an active roster right now. Especially dudes were being drafted, dudes were being picked up that literally had no basketball skills just for their height and their size.
Truth.
I mean, you look at Manu Bol. Look at Sean Bradley. Look at, you could literally run down a whole list of names of dudes that couldn't play ball. I mean, even if we was talking about Mutombo the other day, Mutombo can't hit no outside shots.
Eliminated people
his
from the
game
league.
would not translate to today's game.
And that's because of how they govern the game, man.
But that's,
Yeah,
I
I blame
also
the league,
feel like
bro.
it trickles down into what the argument usually is about us. When you grow up watching the game that it is now, I'll be honest with you, like we can talk about it because, we care enough to research what we're talking about. Most people don't care enough to research it. They just watching the product. So if I'm watching the product and you are sitting here, I love this. You feel me? Because this is how I watch it. The reason why there's a disconnect from old people to young people is because it's like, yo, bro, let me just like what I like. You'll have like an old head coming like, yo, what you watching is not the real basketball. Well, this is real basketball to me. And then once you have that disconnect, there's no way for you to tell me to like somebody. Because what you gonna do? You're gonna show me the hoop mixtape of Anthony Mason? It doesn't exist. You feel me?
It's
It
on
don't
YouTube.
exist. So when I'm saying
on
like, yo,
YouTube.
look at this person, this is what he can do. I like that. You can't really argue with him.
So we might as well have like 5 shooting guards right now. Just shooting.
Bro,
That's-
they have a center playing like a shooting guard right now. And
Yo, listen.
you talk about Sean Bradley, you talk about Manute Bol. What would they be in today's? They would be Victor Wembanyama, bro. Yo, he can do everything. That's what they want. And if the league wants that, there's nothing you can fucking do. It doesn't matter how much defense you can play. They want to see the 7-footer that can do a sham god. I don't know why.
I want to see
But
everybody
they want
shoot.
that.
Hey, so Pete,
They
let me
want
ask
to
you
see
this.
that, bro.
Do you think, so with that being said, do you think that the Defensive Player of the Year award should be,
I don't think it matters.
Non-existent.
does it matter?
I don't think it matters. No disrespect to the people that have won, but I feel like defense is measured completely different
Yo, pull up
from back in the day, bro.
last, like 20 defensive players of the year.
Because do you guys even remember who won it last year?
Nope.
No.
I don't know who won in the last
There's
fucking
nobody-
15 years.
It don't
Listen,
matter.
there's nobody like
It
Gary
don't
Payton.
matter.
There's nobody like Gary Payton that's locking down people anymore because, like you said, it's a different game now. It's totally different. It's
Jaren Jackson.
They don't
won it last
care,
year?
bro. They
Exactly.
don't care if you can play defense. Can you shoot?
Exactly.
That's
Absolutely.
That's
crazy.
what it
to me.
is,
They
bro.
don't care,
That's
dog.
all it is.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
don't matter.
You know what? That's crazy to me because
But then they'll say defense wins
I
championships.
remember coming up playing
Because that's
basketball.
what
Not anymore.
in football,
With
not
like key
basketball.
matchups, right? So the point back in the day when basketball used to be played, whether it be high school, whether it be college, or whether it be NBA, the key matchups were key during the game. So like when you knew that this person that you're going to be matching up against, y'all were probably the top scorer of your team, and whoever scored the most points was probably deemed better than you. Right?
Okay.
But you also couldn't give up but so many points. So you could score high points, but your defense was always into play because there was this thing like, okay, if you score 40 but you gave up 38, then how good of a player are you?
Yeah.
Now it's just out the window.
That's
Like
what it
defense
is.
doesn't matter at all. Like
Yeah.
you can fucking give up 40 points
Because
because you score 40, you 2 points higher than the points that you gave up. That's just crazy to me.
nowadays, what defense is nowadays is more so a crunch time thing than it is longevity
Yeah.
of the game thing.
Yeah, you just
You
never
have to
stop.
be good defensively in moments,
The last 5 minutes.
and that dictates if you're a good defender.
Keep it
But
close.
also, I'm not gonna lie, there's certain. It goes back to the rules changes that you were talking about like a couple weeks ago. When you go into the rule book and be like, hey, like you can't stay there. You need to do something else. You're changing how the defensive player used to play as well. So I can't follow the blueprint of old defensive players because I can't get away with that now.
No.
I'm gonna get benched. Or I'm going to get kicked out the fucking league, bro. If I listen to
You're
what
gonna
you do.
foul out, yes.
You feel me? So it becomes horrible. You can't rough off the player because what happens? Flagrant.
Yo, I don't even
You don't know
think
what to
Pippen
do.
could exist in this
I think
league
he might be the
way he played defense.
anomaly. He might be the anomaly.
Pippen
Because-
was locking you down full court, bro.
Derek Harper.
No.
Derek Harper could not play. Right.
Derek
now.
Harper was how tall?
He was probably like
6'4".
6'3", 6'4".
Yeah.
The reason why Pip would still be good enough is because
he was 6'8", 6'9".
Bro,
right?
the size don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like the intangibles, you're able to do certain things based off the way your genes.
Yeah,
look,
look,
bro. There's no way to teach that.
Look at
5 defensive player every year that he was in the not every year.
Bro, he's one of the best defenders, if
Yeah.
not one of the best defender on ball.
On ball defender, yo.
Exactly. So
Probably top.
But my whole thing is again, the reason why the younger generation kind of have an argument is there's players that's literally doing shit that don't make sense. So you can't defend what doesn't make sense. There's no blueprint bro.
There's a lot of hard.
Every time I play basketball, they say, "Yo, if that nigga's shooting from half court, let him shoot." What do you do when the Knicks start making it? You can't. I don't know what to do then.
Then you go press him and he go by.
And then he go by you. But then
son.
you can't have a big waiting in the paint because he has to be out. He has to be in and out. Bro, you're gonna get beat. So the reason why players are that much nicer is because when you take out certain things in the game, bro, you're just telling me that that's why I was telling you. I think nowadays, two things can be true. I agree with your point. There's a lot of players that get disrespected from back in the day. I give you that. But I also feel like today's game, the reason why they get disrespected is because today's game literally forces you to be skilled. If you're not skilled, you're not playing. Mm-hmm. You're not playing, bro. You're not playing. It's not happening.
Every team has.
You gotta come in skilled. You can't even develop anymore.
Exactly.
They don't have time for that.
You gotta have something about you that even made you develop.
Listen, there are no more
every team
role
had a
players.
defensive specialist.
There used to be role players.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been
saying that. Nobody can fucking play a role anymore.
What it is now is like, hey,
my role is to score.
Yeah. What it is now is like, hey, like you better be super good at something, and then we'll figure out your role when you get on the fucking team.
Yeah.
But if you can't make the team, it don't matter if you're the best defender on the team. You got to make the team first.
But see, this is why, all right, like even like during the Golden State run, they were the ultimate team.
Yes.
Because everybody played a role. Draymond, he didn't need to score 25.
Mm-hmm.
He scored a lot more, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he didn't need to score that. He did everything else. Rebound, play defense. What's his name? Clay. Just needed 21 from him. And then when you needed really to get a basket, you went to Steph. And if Steph was getting double teamed, he had enough skill to pass it to the next person. What you call it was always open down low. In the beginning, it was Bogut. Bogut was open.
Yeah.
All the time in the paint. They couldn't fuck with him.
Iguodala was getting buckets too.
Yeah, but Iguodala played defense. Like he kind of, so-called locked LeBron down. But I don't agree with that. But he played enough defense on it to make it difficult. That's it.
But again, the reason why the Golden State run is so funny, and they're literally one of the greatest franchises of all time, because it don't make sense. Historically, it don't make sense. When Mark Jackson said what he said, we would scream. Shut the fuck up, bro. And even if they did give Mark Jackson that, they'd be like, nobody's scared of no shooters. But what happens when somebody is scoring 60 off 11 dribbles? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
30.
He's not going
39 in one quarter.
He's not going to the rim. I am out here and he's still making it.
Yeah,
I can't do anything.
So when you live, like
exactly. So now think about like this. If you can already dribble, right? And I'll say this, especially as parents. If your son has a crazy handle, right? Pause. That sounds nasty. If he has a crazy handle, pause, right?
Handles pause?
It sound nasty to me. So what you call it? You would dead. In today's game, you're like, yo, bro, you're not going nowhere without a jump shot. You're going to be like every New York point guard that ever exists.
Even if you're 6'10", 6'8",
you're not going nowhere if you cannot shoot the ball.
You might play overseas.
So you're going to stress shooting the ball. You don't stress no defense. You're like, yo, you got it. But there's no way to teach that.
Don't forget the Euros, what they doing over there.
Oh, yeah,
They're
bro.
shooting. And so, a good portion of the league is the European basketball. Yeah. So that's what they doing, bro.
They feel that's excited.
Giannis is one of the smartest. I don't even want to say this because it's going to sound disrespectful. And I like Giannis. Giannis is not necessarily skilled. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? Like, just like for more or less like Kobe skill-wise compared to Shaq is not a debate. But one of them is the most dominant player of all fucking time. Because you're not ready to defend somebody like Shaq, bro. You're not. Nobody sees somebody that fucking big, that fucking powerful, and can stop it.
Yeah, they said people.
So when it happens, what do you do?
To not play with against Shaq. Yeah.
Bro, they said he hit people and it felt like they got hit by a car.
I think Shaq averaged 40 right now.
Son, if this is who, that's why I feel like the disparity is there. And it's the league's design because you award those players. You don't give a fuck about the niggas that went in, was guarding Shaq. Who played the best defense against Shaq? We don't know. It don't fucking matter.
It never existed.
Mutombo.
But when you get called the top 75 players of all time,
maybe a lot.
Their majority of them are offensive players.
Maybe a lot.
And no matter how we might feel about the nasty games and Dwight Howard, pause, he's supposed to be a top 75 player, bro.
Yeah.
He's not going to be.
He was defensive player 3 years in a row.
Dwight Howard?
Bro, it was literally his award to lose.
Give me the last 5 defensive players.
Last 5, Jaren Jackson Jr., Marcus Smart, Rudy Gobert, Giannis. That's 4, but then Rudy had it 2 years before Giannis in a row. Then before him, it was 2017 was Draymond. Kawhi, actually, I didn't even know Kawhi had it 2 years in a row.
Didn't Jordan win it a couple years in a row too?
No, he only has one. No,
defensive player?
Defensive player.
He ain't got no defensive player.
I think he does
only
have
has
one.
one.
No, he has one.
That's the year he won. He just swept
88.
everything.
No, that was 88. He was first team all defense.
Yeah, he was
constantly, but not
Defensive player.
not defensive player. He only got that once.
Yeah, so you don't. Yo, this is why LeBron's in the league 22 years, 21 years. Remember, LeBron played a lot of defense his younger days. You don't got to play defense
Yeah,
anymore.
he hasn't played in a while.
He's good.
He hasn't played defense in a minute.
You know, like, listen.
He's the master of the chase down block.
End of the game,
man.
I'll play D. Cats ain't playing D now.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna let you get off. Pause. But when it's time for you to make the shots, are you gonna make them?
Yo, Ben Wallace.
I got 6
4 in
fouls.
5
If I don't
years.
foul you,
See,
you know what?
Ben Wallace won 4 in 5 years.
That's what I'm saying.
those guys don't exist.
But
How many years Rodman
Ben,
won?
When you
He won
Ben
2.
Wallace's position is
That's 2 in
what?
a row.
Ben Wallace was a power forward.
All right, what's the top 5 best power forwards in the league ever?
Ever?
There's Ben Wallace in that top 5.
Nah.
My point
You'd
exactly.
have to go
You're not gonna get.
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
That's how Cats made their bread back.
And Tim
in the
Duncan
days, bro.
played defense, but never got defensive player of the year. Look at that.
But the reason why people fuck with Timmy so much is because it was two-way. It wasn't just he was a supreme defender. People like Pat Bev,
Go to the bank.
Marcus
they're
Saul got
anomalies in
one.
the league now.
Yeah.
Marcus
They're
Saul
anomalies
got
in
a
the league.
But even
defensive
he
player.
can't do what he used to
Marcus
do.
Saul did?
Marcus Saul
let
got
you.
one. I remember that
Wow.
too.
What's the name got one?
Marcus
Russ
Saul got one.
Russ don't got one?
Yeah, it's a Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast.
Nah, Russ don't have
We
one.
out of here, bro. We're just gonna talk about
KG.
these
Marcus
last few
Camby.
things here, bro.
He got one. Well, he was on Portland though.
Yo, welcome back, man.
Sportsmanlike Conduct